Saying thank you is a common way to express gratitude or show appreciation when someone does something nice for you. But gratitude, the practice of gratitude, is so much more than saying thank you. I'm sure that you've read blog posts or listened to podcasts on the importance of creating a gratitude practice, or maybe even having a gratitude journal. In fact, inside my Confident Women community, this has become a hot topic of conversation, with regular discussions and exchanges on how to best implement a practice of gratitude. So as you begin to reflect on the past year, how can you best express your gratitude in English? How can you go beyond a simple thank you? If you don't already know, I'm Anne-Marie with Speak Confident English. Everything I do here is designed to help you get the confidence you want for your life and work in English. In this Confident English lesson, you're going to learn 6 different ways to express gratitude in English. As a result, you'll have richer word choices you can use to express the depth of your gratitude. Before we dive into this lesson, let's explore what gratitude really means. A simple dictionary definition states that gratitude is the quality of being thankful. However, as you've likely discovered, a practice of gratitude is far more profound. Gratitude is a selfless, deep appreciation for the things we receive, whether tangible or intangible. And a practice of gratitude can help you feel more positive, build stronger relationships, and experience catharsis, or the release of strong emotions. On top of all of that, regularly expressing gratitude allows you to communicate, reminisce about, and relish your past experiences. While English speakers do often say thank you to express their appreciation or gratitude to someone, we tend to go beyond a simple thank you to express our gratitude for a past event or experience. And here are 6 ways to do that. Phrase number 1, I'm grateful or thankful. Rather than say that you're glad something happened, you can go a step further and start your sentence with one of these collocations that begins with I'm grateful. I'm grateful for. I'm grateful to. I'm grateful that. And I'm grateful to someone. Let me give you a couple of clear examples. If you appreciate someone's past actions toward you, you could say, I'm grateful to my mentor for teaching me effective strategies for success. Or if you want to express appreciation for a recent experience, you could say, I'm grateful to have had this opportunity. And now, phrase number 2, I appreciate. Just like with I'm grateful, we have multiple collocations using I appreciate. For example, I appreciate that, or I appreciate the fact that. I appreciate followed by an indirect object, for example, an individual. And I appreciate how. Let me give you a couple of examples. When you want to show that you appreciate a past experience, you could say, I appreciate how my years of training got me through the toughest moments of my career. Not only does the word appreciate express gratitude, but it also indicates recognition. You're recognizing the influence of a past experience or recognizing an individual. And now phrase number 3, I feel blessed. This is an ideal sentence starter when you want to express a deep sense of gratitude. When we start a sentence with I feel blessed, we can follow it with that, to, for, and with. For example, in your life, I'm sure there is one person, situation, or circumstance that you feel truly, deeply grateful for. And you can express that gratefulness by saying, I felt blessed for having another opportunity to rebuild my business. Phrase number 4 on our list today is I count my blessings. This is a popular idiom used to recognize all the positive things that have happened in someone's life. For instance, you might say, I count my blessings when I think about how lucky I was to get hired before the recession. In addition to that expression, you might have heard, I count my blessings twice. And of course, this communicates an even stronger sense of gratitude. For example, I count my blessings twice that my daughter was able to graduate despite the ups and downs she's experienced over the last few years. Phrase number 5 for expressing gratitude is I'm fortunate. Every now and then when we reflect on the past, we may also have a sense of feeling lucky as well as thankful. And when we have that sense, using the words I'm fortunate are an ideal way to express that combination of feelings. For example, in my situation, I would say with absolute certainty, I feel fortunate for having an amazing team. And now, phrase number 6, our last way to express gratefulness in today's Confident English lesson is I'm indebted. When you think back on the people in your life who have helped you move forward, they may have done so with great kindness, empathy, and generosity. When you want to express your gratitude for that individual in a way that also indicates that you want to share that same kindness, empathy, or generosity with them in the future, you can use I'm indebted. To do that, we use the structure I'm indebted to and then the individual. For example, I'm indebted to my sister for guiding me through some of the most difficult moments in my life. Now that you have 6 new phrases to fully express your gratitude, let's finish with 3 creative ways to put all of this into practice. Tip number 1 is to use intensifiers. Words such as forever, eternally, extremely, intensify the overall sense of gratitude that you want to express. For example, I'm forever grateful for the kindness and support of my neighbor when our house was robbed. Tip number 2 for putting your gratitude into practice is to create a gratitude journal. In all the hustle and bustle of our daily lives, it's easy to lose sight of the things that we're grateful for and instead be overwhelmed by the negatives that surround us. Starting a gratitude journal not only allows you to use this new language, but also counterbalance those negative impacts. One common recommendation for implementing a gratitude journal is to set aside 3 to 5 minutes a day and simply write down a few things that you feel that sense of gratitude for. And you can use all of these sentence starters to help you. In fact, you could have them listed at the top of a page so they're easy to reference and they help you think about what you're grateful for in that moment that you sit down to reflect. And finally, tip number 3 for how to put gratitude into practice is to write a note or a letter. Never underestimate the power of a handwritten note. The next time you want to show gratitude towards someone, consider writing them a handwritten note or, if necessary, an email. You'd be surprised how rare this practice is and how uplifting it can be for the receiver. When you sit down to write that note, you can use some of these sentence starters to help you express what you're grateful for. And now to finish this lesson today, I have 2 questions for you so you can immediately practice some of the phrases that you've learned today. Question 1. Which phrases from today's lesson are you most excited to begin using in your English practice? Give me an example of one of them and include what you're grateful for. And question number 2, take a moment to reflect on the past year. What is a past experience or an individual that you're feeling grateful for? And how would you express that? Choose one of the 6 phrases you've learned today, and if you'd like, share your example with me in the comments below. As always, if you found today's lesson useful to you, I would love to know. And you can tell me in one extremely simple way. Give this lesson a thumbs up here on YouTube, and while you're at it, subscribe to this channel so you never miss one of my Confident English lessons. Thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you next time.